Few of us have really faced up to the fact that we are going to die. Last I heard, the mortality rate still hovers right around 100%. And these young guys in particular haven't faced up to this. Many of them don't have wills. They've never really looked in the face of death and said, oh, someday this is going to be me. And there's all kinds of issues around end of life. There's how do you take care of aging parents who are facing end of life? What do you as a Christian leader do when you face death in a close family or friend, or a death of a child in a friend's family, or someone that you know that you care deeply about and they're going through this horrific experience of losing someone? How do you handle that? How do you explain it to your children? How do you show up and love them and serve them without being oppressive and being inappropriate? How do you love them with the love of Christ in a time when nothing you can say will ever make any difference to them while they're hurting so badly? Men need to think about how they leave their wives. In the event that you do check out early, is your wife prepared? Does she know where everything is? Does she know how to find your will and how all of your financial affairs are organized? All these things are part of recognizing that you won't live forever here, and that being a good steward of your things and your affairs and your relationships here are part of the stewardship responsibility you have to prepare for your transition to the next life. Dying in itself, thinking about what happens when you cross over, living this life in light of eternity. And there are a couple of books that you'll get to choose from that really speak to that, to the fact that 30 seconds after you die, you're going to find out if all this was true, and there's going to be a whole new world that opens up, and all of that world has everything to do with what you did and the decisions you made while you were in this world. I think it's time for all these next generation leaders to step up and be led through a good, thorough discussion about death, dying, the process, how to do it, and how to lead others through coping with the eventuality of death and passage from this life to the next.